everybody. Welcome back to MUFC Red Devil NCR's latest YouTube video. We've been away for quite a while. Now that we are back, hopefully we'll be able to get you regular updates about United. And I have with me AB, who's been with us since we formed this fan club. Hi AB, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you, Mojo, Mohit, Aka Mohit?
I'm, I'm I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So before we get on to the Carabao Cup and the Everton game coming along midweek, yesterday was a brilliant game. Leeds के साथ बहुत दिनों के बाद यूनाइटेड को ऐसे खेलते हुए देखा.
Oh, yes. After that, sir, it reminded us of the Sir Alex days, that the free-flowing football with all the counter-attacks and all the passing going wonderfully well with all the attacks. Even the Scott McTominay was superb yesterday in his defensive midfield role and alongside with the attacking.
Right.
It was a
But
superb
I
game.
mean, my only take is, we played the way we played, primarily because Leeds were so open. And
Yes.
but you can only, like they say, you can only beat what's in front of you. But then Leeds were so open, we were able to cut through them very easily. And सबसे important बात ये थी that ठीक है आप ये कह सकते हो Leeds were open, but then our passing, which has been found wanting in the past, was as crisp as it ever has been.
Yeah, that one-two passing, the one-touch passing बहुत ही बढ़िया थी. मतलब अगर हम इस सीजन की स्टार्टिंग से बात करें और ये अब तक इस गेम की बात करें तो मतलब it was like a huge difference about that
Right.
passing thing and everything. So that was a plus point regarding the yesterday's game where we were, because this passing was so good, that's why we gained the confidence and we were scoring a lot of goals.
I think we beat Leeds at their own game. उनका जो pressing का game है, I think we beat
Yeah,
them in
yes,
their
sir.
own game. First 20 minutes, we were in their faces. We just didn't let them pass through us.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I would say that in first 35, 36 minutes where we scored the fourth goal, Leeds were not near us in any ways. It was just that around that 40th minute they started to gain and they got a goal back with the corner
Right.
kick. But yes, the first half was superb where we didn't give a chance to Leeds, a single chance to Leeds to come closer to us.
And I guess second half, में the most important thing was that we should have been the fifth. We should have been, the ones who would score the next goal. अगर वो 4-2 हो जाता, then it was a humdinger. Anything could have
Oh,
happened.
yes, 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 yes. But the good thing about United in the second half was that we didn't stop the pressing game. We didn't stop that we don't need to score goals or we should just sit back. It was just that we wanted to score more goals, which we haven't
Right.
seen from a United side from a long, long time. But yes,
Right.
yesterday we were like, no, we wanted to score more goals, and that's why we got six. I guess the score would have been 10-11 for us. We could have scored 10-11 goals yesterday for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, Martial missed a couple and Cavani missed one.
Yeah,
So
yes,
yeah, I mean, if
yes,
not 11 or 12, but then it was definitely heading towards a 9-2 kind of a thing. But look, it was a great game. As
it
usually that
was.
happens, United के साथ आजकल कि we have a good game and all the positive stats keep coming out. So one of the stat that came out was, we are in probably in the best position in the last 8 years on Christmas when we are at third and only 5 points away from the league leaders.
Points
So
off.
what do you have to say about that?
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, that's a great thing that because last time in 2013, I remember, or might be in 2014, we were in third, which was like 13 points from the top. And
Yes,
during Jose's rate in the second season, we were at second, but we were 13 points off the top. But today
right.
we are at third and we are just 5 points off the top, and also we have a game in hand. If we would
Right.
have
No,
played
that's
that game and we would have,
Nani, go on.
if we would have won that game, that would be have been a 2 points, just 2 points off the top of the Liverpool.
See, as a matter of caution, मैं सारे United fans को यही कहता हूँ. I mean, the friends that I know, as a matter of caution, I would say is that we are all going on about this game in hand against Burnley. लेकिन हम वो game कब खेलेंगे, nobody knows. And as a result, to have that game in
True.
hand is now becoming more of a, a suffocation point, because वो गेम इन हैंड का बेनिफिट would only be realized once we continue the current form we have. We beat Leicester, we beat Wolves, we beat Aston Villa. तो ये 3 जो टफ गेम्स आने वाले हैं, we continue the winning momentum, and then when the Burnley game comes along, we can say कि हाँ यार, this game in hand is now important because we are continuing the winning run. We are still maintaining the distance with Liverpool, and now we can have a go at it. क्योंकि वो गेम इन हैंड करते हुए यू नेवर नो बिकॉज द कैलेंडर इज स्टिल नॉट आउट कि वो बर्नली वाला गेम होगा कब.
ट्रू. और जिस हिसाब से हमारे स्टार्टिंग में फॉर्म था, अगर हम वो बर्नली गेम स्टार्टिंग में खेल लेते तो मुझे पक्का लगता हम ड्रॉ ही करके आते और वो क्वेश्चन हमारे पास बिल्कुल ही खत्म हो जाता. सो बट या वो आप बिल्कुल सही बोल रहे हो कि एक जो वो टाइम पीरियड है जब हमारा गेम होगा, उससे पहले की गेम्स का रन हमारा काफी इंपॉर्टेंट होगा. एंड अगर हम नेक्स्ट गेम की बात करें विच इज अ Carabao Cup quarter final, and other than that 3 for other Premier League games which there are like Wolves, Leicester and the Aston Villa game, and then we have a big game against Liverpool. So these 5 games will, I guess, will give us the momentum to how to go about the season ahead, and we can really dream of a top 2 or a top finish also if we go on to win other 5 games also, the next 5 games.
That brings me to my next point. While we are saying that if we are able to maintain the form, what's happening in this season for us is decent enough because partly the reason is that the Premier League is not what it used to be. Generally, teams are dropping points every left, right, and center. But do you think the current squad is good enough to to live up to the hype that we are in a title challenge, or do we need reinforcements in January?
No, I guess reinforcements are must in January. First, the main point, main position which we need to fill in is the center back position, because we are leaking. I guess I would say stupid goals. We are leaking immature goals. There are individual errors more than a team is pushing us or the opposition is pushing us for conceding the error. It's the individual error which we are conceding, and that is leading to the goal. Yesterday also, if we go about the first goal, because second was unstoppable one, first goal was a set piece, and we could have defended that set piece. If that would have been the case, we would have been winning 6-1 for sure. So these individual errors or comical errors, which we need to buy a centre back in January, and other than that, there's a defensive midfielder where we are linked with the Bissouma of Brighton, which I'm hearing from a couple of sports media houses, and then there is one which I heard a new name, Caicedo, which is also a centre midfield or a defensive midfield from Brazilian league. So I hope we get able to get signed, I guess, 2 players minimum in January to reinforce our centre back position and a defensive midfield position, which will be of a great help, because we are getting Amad Diallo as a right wing, and there is a Pelistri who is working very hard in the under 23rd Greece game. So I don't think right wing is still a problem this season, but yes, centre back, because defense, as Alex have also already mentioned, that defense wins you games. So we need to be compact at the back so that we don't concede 2 goals, because every time we'll not score 6 goals or 5 goals. There will be games where we'll be only scoring 1 or 2 goals. So we need a compact defense so that we can really push for that challenge.
I totally agree. According to me, what's really required right now, if this hype around title challenges has to come true, I mean, is definitely a centre back. CDM, with what we've seen with Matic, Fred, and McTominay, I think between the 3 of them, that can be managed. But the centre back is important because one critical stat is that last season we conceded 36 goals in 38 games. This season, played about 12 or 13 games, we have already conceded 19. So you're absolutely right. We are conceding silly goals. Aaron Wan-Bissaka always gets sucked into the centre backs to cover for Lindelof or Maguire. Thereby, he leaves the entire right wing completely unchecked. And a centre back is critical for this January window. If we are to take this challengers for the title anyway seriously. Because if we don't get anybody, yeah, we might just have a run wherein we finish amongst the top four and sprinkle it with a Carabao Cup or a FA Cup here or there. But अगर इस season को seriously लेना है, so this January transfer window has to have a centre back at least come in.
Sir, I would say that ये हमारा बेस्ट चांस होगा एक टाइटल जीतने का अगर हमारे ओनर्स और एड वुडवर्ड आई वुड से और ग्लेजर्स वुड ब्रिंग इन one or two uh, one or two players to our team. This will really strengthen our team, and we can really go on to win the title this year because every team is dropping points because there is
Right.
congestion of fixtures due to this pandemic thing and the time to relax or to gain the confidence or the fitness of the players is very less. And also teams like Liverpool or I would say Chelsea, who are really the title challengers as of now. I would not say City as of now because they are really behind the league as of race as of now. But yes, the teams like Chelsea, Liverpool, they will also play Champions League matches, and where they will have again the matches in between. Though we will also be playing Europa League, but we might not take it seriously. Europa, we might
Right.
go on to win take Premier League seriously and win another trophy, Carabao Cup or FA Cup. But yes, because I would say this is the best season or a best chance to win the title with the position we are in as of now in the Christmas.
No, somehow, I believe whatever we know about Oli, whatever we read about him, I don't think he's going to take Europa lightly. I think he's going to go in there thinking this is another trophy I can win, and which Mourinho did. That if you're not good enough to finish in the top four, at least go and try and win the Europa so that you can qualify for the Champions League. So my assumption tells me that Oli is not going to let go of any of the trophies that he's competing for. That brings us very nicely to the game that we have midweek, which is the quarterfinals with Everton for the Carabao Cup. And the interesting thing about this is the way I would put it to Ollie is what is the importance of this Carabao Cup given the context of the season we are at? क्योंकि अगर आप बाकी teams को देखो who are left, there's Brentford playing Newcastle, you have Arsenal playing City, you have Stoke playing Spurs, and you have Everton playing us. So in all likelihood, you're looking for an all Premier League semi-final lineup. So you are just adding to the fixture congestion. I don't know. I'm not too clear whether this saal Carabao Cup is being played home and away ties ke basis pe, or is it just one single tie? I'm not aware. Because if it's
What I read earlier is it is a one-off game only. One-off game. There is no home or tie, home or away system in this Carabao Cup
okay.
in this season.
So I mean, if it's a one-off tie, yeah, then it makes sense that you might as well go at the Carabao Cup. Otherwise, by the time the Carabao Cup finals come in, which is February, you are then looking at the kickstart of the Europa League as well. And if you're, and I think FA Cup kicks in sometimes in the month of January as well. So you're, as it is, looking at a fixture congestion, Premier League, FA Cup, and then you add the Carabao Cup semi-final to it. And then by the time you get to February, you have the Premier League, you have the FA Cup, you have the Carabao Cup, and you have the Europa starting. So, so let's see. But anyway, coming to this game against Everton, we beat them this season. As usual, playing away. We came back. We came from a goal down, and the second. I mean, once we went to goal down, for some reason, I saw United the most comfortable and the most confident after we went to goal down, because our gameplay, our passing, our movement off the ball was something which has probably been the best, barring the Leeds game, of course, that we have seen this season.
Yes, and also I would say there is a change also in United's play that they don't get nervous when we are going a goal down. They are still a confident team. They know that they can come back, which is the I would say the mentality which is instilled in the old United, which we have seen that which we everyone used to say as the comeback kings. So that mentality, think of comeback kings, are I'm getting the vibes this season after seeing all the games we have with Everton, we have Sheffield, and then we have a West Ham game, Southampton game, where we have come back from the games, even the PSG game. So that comeback Kings mentality, which is getting a good vibe, and I'm really excited about the United this season. And coming to
So,
the next game where Everton, yeah.
so how do you think we'll line up against Everton? What strategy, what gameplay might Oli adopt? Because Everton surely Leeds wala game to nahi khelegi, all out attack
Nahi.
and leave gaps in the midfield,
So
leave gaps in the defense.
So I would say, sir, like Shaw, which was reading that today, the Shaw is doubtful for the game, which is on
Right.
Wednesday. So
Mhm.
Telles will come in for the left back position. Then I guess Fred and McTominay will get a rest. Then Pogba or Matic can start because Pogba has got a rest this weekend. So there is he can play full 90 minutes against Everton. And in front, I guess we have less options, but Cavani can start because he came on a bench. So Cavani will start instead of Martial. But I guess Rashford, Bruno, and Rashford, Bruno, and Maguire and Lindelof. These four and or Maguire, these five players will start again on Wednesday, according to me. And then
Mhm.
Henderson can come back in the goal between the goals in place of DDG.
Right.
But
Mhm.
these might be the changes. And but I guess still because the best part is the bench has become strong this season. So the replacements are easy to make, which is a good thing
Right.
because unless last season we have Pereiras and Lingards on the bench, which
Mhm.
and every game Ole has to play Pogba, Fred, or Bruno. Every game they three were playing. So this
Right.
season we Ole can rotate, and with the fixture congestion, this some things are getting pretty somewhat easy for Ole to rotate the squad and to keep everyone fit because there is a huge
I mean,
festive period coming in December.
yes, yes, yes. I mean, for once, after a very long time, um, Kal, I'm sure when everybody saw Dan James on the starting lineup, everybody was like, "Heck no, what's going on?" But then, after a very long time, despite that starting 11, our bench looked as good as anybody in entire Europe. You had Pogba, Van de Beek,
Oh yes,
Cavani,
sir.
and Greenwood.
Oh
I
yes, sir.
mean,
Yes.
that bench looked really serious yesterday, and after a long time. So you're right in the sense that that mix is coming along. I'm sure there are going to be changes. But again, I believe जो last season हम लोग witness करा करते थे, the moment you take out Martial, Rashford, and Bruno,
Yeah.
the drop off in the gameplay was so much that you could literally witness that this is not United playing. This is some mid-table team. Um, so let's hope we play an attacking game in the best way that we can. I'm not too fussed about who starts, who doesn't, because frankly speaking, I would rest players because Carabao Cup I just couldn't care.
Same.
But then
Yeah.
when I say when we started this video, we were saying that United, if they sprinkle the season with a FA Cup or a Carabao Cup, it would be a good season. So going by what I just said about 15 minutes ago, saying that I don't care for a Carabao Cup will not be right. But then, yeah, if I mean any of the United fans given a choice, FA Cup or Carabao Cup, they will say FA Cup. Anybody given a choice, FA Cup or the Premier League, definitely the Premier League. So let's see what
Yes.
he comes up with. I'm sure there are going to be changes. But I believe equally as much as for Oli, this game is of some consequence. It is, I guess, of a more of a consequence for Everton because realistically, I don't see them finishing in top four until unless they go on a crazy run. But they would definitely be wanting, to get a silverware there in the club, which hasn't happened for a very long time, and a very, very long time. So they would probably
Yeah.
be approaching the Carabao Cup really seriously because if, for example, you have City, Spurs, and Newcastle, the other three teams left, so for them, it'll be something which is doable. They probably will be winning one of a trophy for the first time in some goddamn 2 or 3 decades, I guess.
Oh yes, and but I would say that this is the best shot to get a trophy this season, the first trophy of the season, because the team
Right.
which you mentioned earlier are all somewhat struggling. So I would say this is the best season, best shot at the Carabao Cup and to get the trophy and get the confidence of back of winning something, because last season we lost three semi-finals. So
Right.
that was a little heartbreak for Ole. So I guess Ole would also take seriously, Ole would also somewhat take this Carabao Cup quarterfinals seriously so that he can also win this trophy. Because he,
Right.
as you mentioned, the teams are not so strong. Like Arsenal are on the worst run. City
Hmm.
not that confident. They are also drawing the games and not scoring much. Then there is Newcastle, and then there is Tottenham. So I think we can also get easily win this trophy and get this confidence back of winning the things, which is
I
missing
mean,
under Ole.
looking at the form guide, if you look at the form guide of all the 8 teams that are left, I guess it'll be easy to tag United as a favorites right now. But then you have a certain element of a Mourinho there, who you never know what might
Yeah,
happen when he puts his team out. But let's see what happens, because Everton is always going to be a tough game.
tough. Yes.
Goodison Park, Goodison Park has always been a very intimidating, venue to go to. But then there are no fans, so maybe that'll ease it up for us a little. So yeah, like I said, let's see what unfolds in the midweek fixtures. And AB, thanks for coming along. There's a lot of positivity around United right now. So let's all of us
Yes.
as fans, stick together, support the players, support the team, and make sure social media is as positive as and as harmonic as possible for everybody concerned. And to all you fans out there, please do subscribe and like our channel. We'll be back with more content now that we have started again. And we'll be adding more properties to our YouTube channel as well, when we get more United fans to come along and have a chat with us. And we'll be collaborating with a few other fan channels as well. So thanks again, AB.
Thanks, Rojo. It was pleasure talking to you.
Right, we'll and take care, guys, and catch you soon.